So I do plan on using bow and arrows to kill my animals just so that I don't have to physically do it with my hands to kill my animals on my farm that I can do from a distance. Um just so that I can take the arrow and possibly reuse it. And as far as carrying firearm, I don't know because I have small children in the house and I don't want any tragedies, even though I know you can have a lot of tragedies with a bow and arrow. My kids do know how to use bow and arrows. They have um, mocked bow and arrows that they practice with that we got from a fair, and even the baby has been practicing with the bow and arrow. So I believe I think we'll go with that route with the bow and arrow. Um, if anything, my husband may well fiance at the time right now, soon to be husband will probably get a firearm. Um, but I really don't want them on my property. And so, YouTube family, if you can please help me, I will be quitting my job to start this life and I will be homeschooling my children. And so, if you can kindly help us as to the best ways for us to um, move from New Jersey to Georgia with pretty much no money. Um, I will be having yard sales to sell anything that I think I will not need. Um, Everything else will go to the garbage or will just go for whoever wants it, take it. Um, Other than that, I need help and a lot of prayer because I don't want to be one of those people that get stuck like we did during Hurricane Sandy and we end up with nothing in our refrigerator. You know, the stores are really packed and crowded and people are stealing and loitering and we're surviving off the bare, I do mean bare minimum. And so I feel as though this would be something great for my family and I to venture off into just because we can't let that hit the fan a second time. Hurricane Sandy was really a wake up call, being that Savannah was only, I don't even think she was 6 weeks yet. She may have been a couple of months, not a couple of months, a couple of weeks. I don't even think she was even a month yet, to be perfectly honest with you, because I don't remember going on the 6 week prenatal visit, postnatal visit, when Hurricane Sandy hit. And so I do have my little flower bed. I'll take you outside so you can see my flower bed. I have been dibbing and dabbling in growing flowers. I have two that I've started. So far, so good. And the two on the bottom are the ones that I have planted. This one right here is a Burby Sweet Pea Queen of the Night mix, mixed in whatever my landlord's landscaper put in. I'm not exactly sure. I'm just learning what different flowers are. And this one here, my poor baby needs to be watered again. It's been so hot here. This one is also a sweet pea mix, but it's a, if I could just find what oh, okay, it's a mammoth mix, a sweet pea mammoth mix. And so I just turned them. I need to get a I need to get something to hold them up, but it's time for me to start pruning them just because it's so hot out here. They're just drying out. I just watered them. My poor flowers. But I am trying to start with something. I started off with flowers. Um, this one my husband gave to me for Mother's Day this year, which I really like. So I come out here and I water my plants in the morning or at night before I go to bed. We don't have any problem with snails. I'll probably have to take that off and take that one off. So I've been watering them at night, and these are the kids' projects that they came home with. Some of them are doing really well. Some of them aren't. They just dry out too fast. um, and this was given to me because the person who had it just didn't want it anymore. But I am trying to start growing something. Um, I wanted to do a potato bag, but as you see, where am I going to put a potato bag that my landlord will approve? I know I could sit one here, a potato bag here, and I could probably do something here. And then if you see on the other side, it's not my side, but I'm sure he wouldn't mind if I put something over here by the rose bush and put something here. But I'll probably just stay on my side and try to put something on those two pieces in front of my house, those two bags, and plant something. I want to start with sweet potatoes first. Um, a sweet potato. That's my mail collected for the mailman. Sort of with the sweet potato first, and I would like to also start with filled peas, only because my husband loves filled peas and we love sweet potatoes. So with that said, those would be two bags that I will start planting. Now on our back porch, I could probably put something back there. Do planter boxes on this back porch in my house. I can do a planter box back here. See something right here. Being that we get a lot of sun, and I can possibly do two boxes, two bags here. They're called potato sack bags or potato bags. If I would put two here, maybe even four, being that nobody really comes out here. So we'll see what happens. I may do strawberries. So I may do a strawberry hanging and put it on the porch or just hang it in the back. And make strawberry jam and learn how to can from that. Just so that I get to start learning different homesteading skills that I can use when we actually get to our property. If not, I will be going to different farmers markets and different farms to get my apples and my oranges and my berries and stuff and my other vegetables. So I can learn how to start canning that. I will probably also start canning my chicken. I don't know if you can can fish, but I'll probably also can some beef, which we really don't eat a lot of. And then if anybody knows about aquaponics, either in a greenhouse or in a pond, I don't know if I'm gonna go with the first property that I have found, because there's no water source, no pond, no lake, no babbling brook, no stream, no creek, nothing. So if I would do an aquaponics, it would have to be above ground because when I did my rural um, grant loan eligibility for the single family guaranteed loan and direct loan, it did say that I qualify, but one of the restrictions was that you cannot have an in-ground pool. Now I wouldn't do an in-ground pool, but when I called somebody from guaranteed single family housing loan office about doing a man-made pond that I could possibly grow tilapia or striped bass. I wouldn't do catfish, like catfish like that. Even though we probably would have a couple catfish, just because they would help keep the pond floor clean and rid it from algae. um, and it's just a great part of the actual pond. Now, I don't know if they'll be able to, with the money that I will get from that, I don't know if we will be able to dig a pond. If not, I will probably rent an excavator and do it myself. Now, where would I get the water from is the question. So, we'll probably have to be hooked up to a septic system and to the city water. And we'll probably fill it up with that and just pay that hefty water bill because a pond requires a lot of water, and so does a aquaponics system. So, if anybody has any thoughts on that, helping me with um, starting up a homestead in Georgia. My husband wants to stay in the metro Atlanta area. I want to go out into the rural northeast of Georgia area, or East Georgia, um, and um, set up a homestead. I'm not looking for anything more than 10 acres. I would, pers- I would preferably prefer 3 to 5 acres. I know some people have 10, 20, 30, 60 acres. I think that'd just be too much. It's just the five of us, and when my children get older, I want them to be able to branch out and hopefully follow my footsteps and build a tiny house. Now, getting back to my recording, I want to build a tiny house on my land so that I do know that I will need land. I would actually prefer land that is undeveloped. Now, how do I turn this camera around? Okay, I don't know how to turn this camera around. So I'll just flip the camera like I did before. I have been doing my own research. This is my itinerary. I don't know if anybody can see it. It could be black glare. Okay, let's try this like this. I have been doing my own itinerary and my own item list. My own item list for my house. These are the holding tanks. These are the holding tanks and the different things that I would like to have in the house. This goes from, it starts off with what type of wood I want the house being built out of, to the plywood and the insulation, which would be a denim insulation, only because I also want there to be removable walls if there's a leak, or if there's anything wrong with the electrical. I can take the wall panels off, pull the insulation off, and be able to do any repairs. So even down to the front door, windows, um, countertops, everything is in this 20-page packet. Paint colors for the kids' rooms, the gray trim with either blue or purple. Everything is on here. Everything that a builder will be asking me um, is pretty much here. What type of windows, light fixtures, holding tanks, the sinks, toilets. I would like a composting. He's not going to go for composting. But if I do all the work, he's not going to have a choice. He's not going to have a choice. As long as he goes to the bathroom and knows how to sprinkle some sawdust over it, we'll be good to go. Suck it up. And so that's my list here. All the things that I want to have or would like to have in my tiny house. And then I started drawing my own tiny house. I was at work one day and was getting different construction books to help me learn how to draw the layout. I had also taken an architectural class in high school. It was part of the art program. And so I kind of remembered how to draw, just wasn't sure about the scales. And so I started drawing my own. I have 4 designs that I would love to sell. Not exactly sure how to sell a layout. Now, mind you, all of my all of my layouts are just shell layouts. So when I sell it to somebody, it'll just be the shell, not including a ladder or stairs. Now it will have space for stairs, um, the built-in um, Japanese inspired stairs that would serve as closets and storage in the bedrooms. Now, my um my phone's about to die. Look it up. Now, my houses also are like 4 bedrooms, 2 bedroom, 2 lofts, just so that my kids each have their own space, 1 bath, and a great room. So I kind of consider them to be luxury tiny houses, just because a lot of the tiny house plans that I've been looking at do not have that. You may have 2 lofts and a bedroom, but you don't have 2 bedrooms and 2 lofts. It's one or the other. So I designed my own on a 32-foot long trailer, so that I will be able to have 2 bedrooms and 2 lofts with the bathroom and the open concept kitchen, living room, dining room, which would just be the kitchen and the living room, and then you just unfold the table. There goes your dining room. So, YouTube family, please, 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 please help me. Please put comments down below. I will figure out how to do that down below. Um, I'm not worried about anybody liking this or subscribing. I don't know how well that works. I am new to this. I watch YouTube, but don't know how to set up a channel. So please be patient with me. And if you have any questions, please put all of the questions in caps so that I can identify questions from just comments and suggestions. And if anybody has any suggestions as to how I can uproot my family and quit my job to move to Georgia to start a homestead and start homeschooling my children, that will be great. Also, where to get chicken from, how to take care of chickens, how to take care of sheep and lamb. I would love to have a sheep for the wool and for the wool only, and also for meat. Not sure about meat. Never had sheep or lamb's meat before, but the sheep would pretty much just be for the wool, and then I will want to learn how to be able to use that wool to not only knit and crochet, but to also do other things with. So please put the comments down below with your questions, suggestions, and information that I could possibly use. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Hopefully, maybe.